Governor Wes Moore will start signing some of the new bills lawmakers passed first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, his state can't afford to wait any longer to start making up a huge budget deficit. Monday afternoon, our Larry Miller sat down for an exclusive interview with the governor. They talked about the impact of new taxes and tariffs. It's a conversation you'll only see here on WUSA 9.
How are you feeling looking back on this session thus far about what you've been able to accomplish, but still what is still yet to be resolved at this point?
I said at the start of the session there were three things that we need to be able to get done. One is we had to get tax reform done and not do it on the backs of middle-class families. We need to make Maryland more competitive and make Maryland more business-friendly. And we need to make sure we're investing in our people, especially at a time right now where we have the federal government, which is seemingly putting us under siege.
The state's budget closes a $3 billion deficit, slashing programs and increasing taxes. An analysis from the Board of Revenue estimates a majority of Marylanders will see their tax bill decrease by a little more than $40 a year, while raising taxes on the state's wealthiest residents. You're also raising taxes on some of the wealthiest residents in the state. Some are concerned that they may cause those wealthy residents to leave the state of Maryland. Are you concerned about that?
Well, I think if you look at the data, we have now seen while Maryland actually had a continued decreases for close to a decade of population, we're now seeing for our last 2 years that actually Maryland's population is increasing. That Maryland is now seeing new business starts increasing for the first time in a decade. So more people are coming here and more businesses are starting here.
I want to get to tariffs really quickly now that they are in place. The market taking yet another hit today after the president's tariffs went into effect over the weekend. What sort of impact do you expect this will have on the state of Maryland? How are you going to plan for it?
I mean, essentially what these tariffs are, it's a national sales tax. So it is going to mean everything will be more expensive on everybody. That's what these tariffs are. Because tariffs are actually an economic tool. The problem is that this administration is not using it as an economic tool. They're using it as an ideology. They're using it as they're just punitive and broad-based, which does not make any sense. And it's the reason why we are seeing the economy taking the hit that we're seeing. And we're seeing the impacts all over the state. I was just with farmers in the Eastern Shore last week who told me that these are farms that have been around for over 100 years, who are now saying they're not sure if they're going to survive the next 6 months because of the jump in prices on everything from barley to poultry.
What is your relationship with the president at this point? Is there one?
There is. I had a chance to speak with the president, I guess 2 weeks ago. And I will work with this new administration in places where we can find a common ground and in places where I feel like the policies that are being put in place are actually benefiting the people of the state of Maryland. The challenge is that we are seeing decision after decision that are not benefiting the people of Maryland. In fact, they're actually direct blows at the people of Maryland. Like, we become a target of this new administration, whether it be layoffs on federal platforms, or whether it's NOAA or the Social Security Administration, whether it's saying that the FBI building is not going to come to Maryland because Maryland is a liberal state. I mean, these are direct attacks at us. But I just want people to know that while we are seeing the power of the federal government and the power of the president, now is the moment when people are going to see the power of governors and the power of states.
You can see Larry's full interview with Maryland Governor Wes Moore streaming Tuesday on WUSA 9.